Let's talk about these three peas in a pod, and I'm going to debunk one of the theories that I've been seeing floating around, so let's get into it. For those unaware, Taylor Swift is in an ongoing lawsuit with pro se plaintiff Kimberly Morasco. I want to give a shout out to Mandy for giving me a heads up about this case because I had no idea. If you guys want me to unpack this case, let me know. There's a whole bit. There's a lot to unpack. Now, there's been a theory floating around that Justin Lee Fisher, the process server that allegedly jumped over Travis Kelce's fence to serve Taylor Swift papers for Justin Baldoni, that's what Star Magazine was claiming. Some people are theorizing that it was actually for Kimberly. Now, I do have to debunk this, unfortunately, because after doing some digging, I found, according to court documents, they stated, quote, the court deemed Swift served on August 22nd, 2025. So she's already been served before all of this process server drama happened. So just want to throw that out there that unfortunately that theory has been debunked. What's interesting about this case, though, is this is actually the second lawsuit that this person has filed against Taylor Swift, because Taylor Swift was actually dismissed from the first case. But it's not because she was found not guilty. It's because Kimberly wasn't able to serve her the lawsuit within the time frame. So that's why everyone was theorizing that, hey, it must be Kimberly because she's desperately trying to serve Taylor Swift. She failed the first time, so obviously she's going to try anything to serve her this time. Well, come to find out, like I said, she's already been served, so theory debunked. But the fact that Taylor has a pattern of trying to get out of being served subpoenas so that way she can just get out of a lawsuit, pattern seems a little sus. Although the theory has been debunked, I want to say that this case does have a very eerily similar resemblance to Justin Baldoni's case, because there's articles like this popping up. The woman accused of Taylor Swift in a lawsuit. Then there's things like this. Taylor Swift lawsuit dismissed. Judge rules Star did not copy poems from her song lyrics. This is posted September 29th. So I looked at the court dates. What happened September 29th? 3 days earlier, the motion to quash for Jack Antonoff and Aaron Dessner were granted. The lawsuit itself was not dismissed, okay? Taylor Swift is still very much so in this ongoing lawsuit. But up until this point, she was the only one that was not putting any documents out there. The only ones that were responding to stuff was Jack and Aaron. Then after this point, Taylor starts responding. But that's when all the trespasser stuff was going on. So everyone's focused over here with Justin Baldoni. Oh my gosh, he sent the server to harass Taylor Swift. When in reality, Taylor is going on with an ongoing lawsuit of her own, going up against a pro se plaintiff. Now, whether or not they're in the right or wrong, we're not here to discuss that part. But the point is she wants all eyes over here and not over here. This, my friends, is exactly why mainstream media is losing their credibility. They flat out lied in that article. They said the court lawsuit was dismissed. It's still ongoing. To this day, it is still ongoing. But back in September, they're saying, oh, case closed. Nothing to see here. Taylor didn't copy her poems. We don't know that for sure. We do not know that for sure until the court document and the court actually states, hey, we found nothing wrong here. Until then, it is up in the air. It's free game right now. So the fact that they're lying about this, and we know that they've lied time and time again about the Justin Baldoni versus Blake Lively lawsuit, come on now. Now, by no means is Taylor the only one twisting a narrative. Ryan Reynolds was caught doing it a few years ago. So shout out to Without a Crystal Ball, Katie, for finding this. She actually covered this a while back, so go check out her videos. Basically, what happened was this Canadian photographer was accused of H-ing Blake and Ryan. Come to find out, none of that actually happened. And when Katie got the court documents, they told a completely other story. Back in April 2015, Ryan Reynolds accused a photographer of hitting him with his car in a hotel garage. Then it proceeded, he got arrested. It turned into a big he said, she said. Blake and Ryan were accusing him of stalking them, but he was saying he was there for a completely other person to photograph them. So he was just checking out the area before he went to do his photography. Now, eventually the courtroom had some plot twists. The Crown tried to nudge the photographer into a plea deal, but he stood his ground, calling the allegations 100% false. Like, he knows 100% he did not do this. Thankfully, the photographer had all the receipts he needed, so he was able to prove his case, and the case was closed November 2017. So the question remains, who hired the process server to allegedly serve Taylor Swift or Travis Kelce? Or do you think that this is a Van Sham incident where this was all a big show? There was nothing to actually serve anybody? I don't know. Thankfully, though, I have an interview with Chris Scott, the lawyer of Justin Lee Fisher, that the process server that allegedly had trespassed to serve either Taylor Swift or Travis Kelce. Now, we're being told by Star Magazine it was under instruction of Justin Baldoni. From the court documents, from the police reports, and from speaking with Chris previously, I can tell you, Justin's name has not been brought up at all. Nowhere whatsoever. So where Star Magazine had gotten this information to begin with would have to be someone from the inside. Who's inside? You tell me. Now, as always, stay tuned for more. I've got lots coming in for you today, so stay tuned. As always, this is all alleged, so take it with a grain of salt and follow me for more.